We've created a line that supports women of all shapes and sizes. So Women Venture helped us move forward and take that next step. Otherwise, I think it would have been ideas in our head that wouldn't have necessarily gone anywhere for us. What doesn't kill you will only make you stronger, and I think that that's where we are at. Laura and I have both looked at things and wish we'd done them differently. We're not going to look back at our mistakes. We're just going to move forward and know what we've learned is what's going to help us be more successful in the future. Community is a huge part of how people have success in life, is because they're supported by lots of people, and in this case, lots of women, and I really appreciate what Women Venture has done for us in regards to that. Women Venture will always be a part of Heart and Core. We've always had our mom in mind when we're doing it and asking her opinions. Our mom is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. I think that has been hard at times because we can't imagine our life without our mom. But she's so strong. She's here today, and she's in remission for the 2nd time. And I think that just says a lot about who she is and how she supports us. And I think we're so strong in our business, in dealing with our mom with having breast cancer and going through what she's been through. I think it made us feel even more comfortable being at Women Venture, because when we had to tell our story, the women here understood. Everyone has been affected by breast cancer, unfortunately. And I think that having a group of women like Women Venture supporting you is what makes you get out of bed the next day and say, I can do this, I can make this business happen.
We wanted a restaurant, but just wasn't sure of the whole detail of it. Women's Venture came at the best point in my life within the business. About 2 years ago, I had told my husband that I was done. I was working too hard. It was pennies at the end of the day. I just didn't, I couldn't, I was sacrificing too much for what I thought I was getting in return. My mother was a person who, she gave her all, and I say to this day that I believe that's what took her away from here, is just giving too much of herself to others. But just a woman of strength, just courage, there wasn't anything that she wouldn't give of herself. Sometimes we have this, quote, dream of what you want to do, but you're really not sure of all it entails. Thinking, entrepreneur, you think you know what you're doing, you trust, you don't want to doubt yourself because you put the business first. And it just dawned on me one day that I was actually hurting my business by not going and further educating myself. Women's Venture, again, for me, has helped me to understand my business, helped me to get to grasp it a little more. I think without Women's Venture, I will still be kind of operating in the dark. I feel like I've built a relationship within Women's Venture to where I could call and discuss just about anything within my business, and if Women's Venture did not have the tools to help me, that they would be able to kind of steer me in the right direction to get the advice that I need. Success to me is being able to, again, have an establishment, have a place where people can come, and just when I see my customers walk out the door with a smile on their face, or I see someone come in and tell me it's my birthday and this is where I chose to celebrate my birthday and different things like that, that to me is success.
My name is Yesenia Seves. My hair salon is Yesenia Salon. I got my first customers that couldn't speak English, and they were trying to speak English to me, and they were like, and I'm like, do you speak Spanish? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I speak Spanish. And there it went. I was like, I'm gonna open a business that caters to people that speak Spanish so we can communicate. And that's how it started. And and I never really did take advice until I went to Women's Venture. It's helping me with the business plan and with my financial worksheet. I finally feel like I'm going at the right path because I'm taking that advice. When someone's sitting there and explaining things to you and telling you this is how your finances should go by and this is how a business plan should be, you're like, oh, why didn't I go before? Why didn't I do this earlier? It would have been a lot easier. I think everybody has their time, and right now it's my time. I'm more ready. And we struggled, my mom and dad struggled with us. They were trying to keep us out of the gang life. And, my brothers and sisters, there was 5 of us. And I really didn't have no role models to look at. And I just know that after high school, I didn't want to get married and have a man take care of me. I wanted to do something for myself. And watching my mom and dad struggle, I always felt like we were never going to get out of it. We were never going to get out of that situation. Girls that have been brought up like me, and I see it in the East Side a lot. I see a lot of teenage pregnancies, and I see a lot of single mothers raising their daughters. And I hope they see me as an inspiration that I'm a Latina and I'm a woman, and we can do it. You can do it, and on your own. You feel that way. You feel like, wow, it's good to be a woman, because it's this day and age,